Hello, Shanti, and welcome.
Thank you.
So, what do you do here at KPOV, and how did you get involved?
I am a talk show host, and I host the show Curiosity Lab. And I got involved, I think around 2018, somewhere around there. I was invited to be on a couple shows. Carolyn Etsky has a morning show, and she invited me to be on her show a couple times. And a few months after being on radio with her, she reached out to me personally and felt like I would be a really great addition to the team here. And in particular, she was wanting more female voices and women that were speaking towards different, how would I say, like different ways of engaging in community and looking at community. So, I was invited.
That's exciting. Could you tell us a little bit more about your show and what you like to talk about, and because I hear it's a talk show, so what you like to talk about and how you like to push forward KPOV's mission of being a non-commercial and community radio?
Yeah, so KPOV is a radio station that's for the people, by the people. And because it's an independent radio station, nonprofit radio station, what I really like is we get to, as talk show hosts, we get to really decide the content that we find important. And for me, what that means is I love to highlight female leaders in the community.
That's awesome.
And it's called Curiosity Lab because I think we all need to be a little more curious about who we are and what we're doing in the world. And a lot of the media that you see, the dominant media, it has certain themes, some of them being negative, and usually themes around people doing like really, really incredible work in the world. So either it's this really horrible thing happening or this really incredible work happening in the world. Whereas I kind of like to focus on off-center topics.
Yeah,
and I
things that might not be shown on the bigger media.
Yeah, things that we don't realize that we probably should be talking about. And I love to highlight just normal, regular women in the community. So those are, it's pretty loose, my topics.
That's awesome. Just out of curiosity, with the name Curiosity Lab, how did you come up with that name? And does it have anything to do with I've heard the name Curiosity Lab be used with like robotics and STEM and all that. Does your show have anything to do with that? And how did you come up with the name?
Yeah, so originally the show was called Voices from the Margins, and it started with 4 different women. We all came together, and we wanted to highlight voices from the margins in the community. Well, the 3 other women got really busy and dropped, and it was just me. And I felt like, what's a word I say a lot? It's curious. I'm curious. And I feel like I lead in the world with curiosity. And so I was just sitting and brainstorming, and the word Curiosity Lab just came to me. I have not had a STEM topic, nor have I brought somebody in that has that passion, but I would be open to those sort of topics.
Cool. No, I was just curious because I've heard Curiosity Lab being used to talk about like STEM and robotics and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So how does KPOV represent your views of community radio?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I love to be independent. I love to be a self-starter, self-motivated, and really to follow what I feel is dynamic and important. And KPOV, I feel like leads in the community in that way. It's a radio station that allows for independence, independent thought, and it's all about community, art, and culture. And it just feels like it's a home away from home.
All right. So one last question for you. When is your show, and when and how can people listen to you? Do you have a podcast or?
I do not have a podcast. Funny you should say, though, I am going to start an independent podcast soon. But my show, KPOV show, is every Tuesday from 1 to 1:30. And if you don't catch it live, you can catch it on the website, kpov.org, under the archives, under Curiosity Lab.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.